There we go. It is Friday night. Welcome in to a Pop Blender Unfiltered, hanging out a little late. Say a little late at night. How about that? I know a bunch of y'all are still awake, that's for sure. Um, I have to kind of schedule these things during football season a little differently, and I'll get on a regular schedule here in a few weeks, actually. Probably not that long from now, to be honest with you. But right now, bear with me as I kind of bounce around a little bit. Just got off a stream hanging out with some folks. Tony's Figs doing a stream, had Black Genghis and Shark Eyes on there, and they're just talking about customizing and stuff like that. So anyway, so just got done watching that or hanging out with them for a little while. A few people jumped in there, like War Chest full of toys, and who else is in there? Christine Mendoza. Um, gosh, I was listening and still messing around. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull them up real quick on my phone because I feel bad because they had a few people in there, and I want to make sure that I mention everybody that was in there. So let me turn them down. Yeah, so you have War Chest, Aaron the Toy Enhancer, Johnny Reno is in there as well. Who else is in there? Legend Series stopping by in there. So it was good to see all them and mess around a little bit. And it's good to see y'all coming in. 3-star draw, actually. First one in the door. Better watch out. He's gonna bust in with a bottle of moonshine and a classified figure and an angry scowl on his face. Now he's actually got a happy scowl now that payment went through. That's for sure. And Hasbro messing him around. That's a hell of a video. It is funny though, isn't it? That two videos basically kind of crapping on Hasbro will go viral, but then all the other stuff, the good stuff, it's like, all right, come on, let's go. Come on, let's get some views, and and I know all of y'all in here obviously are watching those videos too. But it is funny how those videos do like that, man. And it just strikes a chord in people. Obviously, not a lot of people, well, a lot of people had the same idea, right? The same problem. Some people probably still waiting on that payment info. Let's see here. Todd C. Back-to-back nights. Yeah, last night, and I'll get into that a little bit. Last night was fun. Trying to stream a game, and I've never done it really before. And I tried the Tuesday night, and then I thought I'd do it again last night. Eric Thurman says the intro worked. Yes, it did. And agreeing with 3-star. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know how that all works or whatever. When you hit the live button and then you play that video, it's supposed to play. I assume it's like anything else. It's supposed to play, and you just roll with it, right? But then the other night with Matthew, it was like, oh, well, the intro didn't play, and he was going back, scrolling on his phone, looking at the thing, and so I have no idea, and probably never will. I'll never fully understand how how it all works. Let's see what else. What else we got? So we had 3-star Eric Thurman, Todd C. If I keep if I keep showing up, people are gonna think I've gone gay for Pop. It wouldn't be the first time, Todd. Let me tell you, I've got stories. Some of those stories you might hear this upcoming Thursday next week. With Thursday with a Friend, I'll be on there with a Punk with Toys. So y'all make sure you tune into that. That should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Although God knows I talk enough as it is for probably both of us, he and I. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, 3-star moonshine and a rant. By God, you got that right. Todd, a lot of people crap on Hasbro, not just toy collectors, and that's true because they have their hands in a lot of stuff. They have their stuff in mobile gaming, video games, obviously tabletop stuff like that. So we've gone on about that before, and they've been hemorrhaging money for the last few years. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that kids just don't play with toys like they used to. And that's why you'll see Hasbro pivoting to more of a games, type environment or games type of business model. I think that's very true. Now, will they still sell to the hardcore collectors and people like us? Yes, of course they will. Um, they make enough money off that. They make money off of HasLabs. That's a great business model for them, obviously. But um, as far as getting into video games and focusing on that medium, video games is the highest grossing entertainment avenue in the world. It does more than all these streaming services. It does more than the movies. It does more than anything else you can think of. It is literally the highest grossing. And thanks to Grand Theft Auto 5 and their online component, which makes well over $1 billion a year for that company, for Rockstar. Let's see here. Yeah, 3 star says, yeah, every one of those Hasbro videos has done multiple with my regular videos many times over. Yeah. Um, and so it just like I said, sometimes it strikes a nerve. And it's not really a clickbait headline. Like some people say, okay, well, clickbait headline, you're gonna get people, they're gonna click on it even if they only watch it for a minute or whatever. No, it's not a clickbait headline. It pretty much is a truthful headline, for the most part. Now, it would be easy to mislead people, and I've seen some of those headlines from people we know. But no, I think that headline is pretty much right on it. Let's see. Yeah, Hasbro hating is trending. I'm sure it is. Between you and Punk, that Thursday with a friend will go until dawn. God, I don't know if I can. I mean, you know me. Maybe it will, but he'll be falling asleep, and I'll be the one, or Matthew will be finishing the chat up, finishing the show. Clint Jorgensen's here too. Can't believe that Monopoly mobile game is killing it, right? Well, it probably is. It's probably bringing in God knows how much for them a year. Um, it's amazing how much people will spend 99 cents at a time. Um, Dregnok K6, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see you. Um, I would love a Ghost style recon or Ghost Recon style GI Joe game. I've been wanting that for many many years. Or I mean, definitely from that mission perspective, I think an open world one would not be the way to go. The RPG style, although I would probably love that. Um, but an action adventure game with a good plot, fun, kind of campy, I would be all about that. But having missions and you can control a strike team and give directions, via controls and select your team, and they give you more than 4 or 5 Joes to choose from, that would be awesome. Like that to me, that would be really freaking awesome. For them to give you like 15 guys and gals to control so you could mix and match and have different teams and they're I say powers, but like with a traditional kind of game, maybe they could be symbiotic or they could have like multipliers and stuff where they work together. And so that would be awesome, man. And like we did on Seven's Wild, where we kind of got a strike team together to extract us from Cobra Island, like that would be a fun game to play. I really think so. The side scrolling beat 'em up, I think there's a lot of games that are successful right now because of that. Um, just that old school mentality that's permeating games right now. People are they don't care about graphics, they care about good gameplay. They also care about not having a bunch of DEI bullshit in their games and a bunch of forced narrative shit, modern ideology in their games. And so we're seeing a lot of those old school beat 'em ups and classic gameplay that look better than our old games, but are just fun. They're just fun games to play, and I think you'll see that with the Warhammer game, Space Marine 2 that's out. You're gonna see that with that. I think there's, a few other games out right now that are following down that path. Let's see here. What is everybody saying? What is everybody saying, oh, wait, let me go up one. My bad. Christine Mendoza, what is going on? I just saw you a minute ago, didn't I? I was taking a break from filming a video, and I may show you guys the intro to my new video that I've been working on. Just the intro. I'm not going to show much. Probably just the first 10 seconds of it, but it'll give you an idea of what it is about. 3 Star says, too much sneaking in Ghost Recon. Give me a Call of Duty style Joe game, but old COD when it was good. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd like some stealth. I'm okay with that. Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, whomever, like that would be fun. I don't think we need a flip the role reversal so you can play as Cobra also. I think that's asking a lot of a developer, but I think it would be fun to have some stealth in a game and multiple ways to complete a mission, whether you go in guns blazing, whether you do stealth. But I don't know that the IP would be able to sell enough. Um, yeah, exactly though. Yeah, it would be awesome. The whole damn roster on both sides. I just don't know if that's something that anybody would invest money in. And you guys think about it this. Let's just say you were an investor, right? Now take your fandom out of it. Looking at the world, looking at what's popular and whatever. Let's just say you were an investor and a video game company came to you and they said, "Hey, we want you to sink $15 million into this game." Okay, well, what's the game? Well, it's a classic GI Joe, real American hero um, action adventure game where you play as multiple members, you create a strike team. Um, you know, I think a lot of investors would or publishers would be like, okay, number one, how popular is GI Joe? Only to a certain subset of people. On top of that, then you got to think, okay, well, how much money are we talking? And I think the money would dwindle. I don't think you get a big budget for a game like that, and then that starts to limit your abilities to make a game like that. I would love it. I mean, trust me, and we all would. I would love it, but unfortunately, I think side scroller beat 'em ups and what we got a few years ago with that. Was it Operation Blackout or whatever the hell that was? I think that's more in line with what we can expect from the digital end. Real quick, I want to highlight this. Todd C says, "Hey, not trying to bring in drama. I don't care. This is a Friday night. We'll bring drama into it. We'll talk shit. I don't care." Uh, I wanted to say if you guys heard about Shark getting another false copyright strike. I did not. Now, I was not on the stream with Tony's Figs the whole time. I don't know if they talked about that earlier. Um, it said, and know who's doing it. Tell them to cut that shit out. It's not good for anybody. So you guys bring me up to speed. Who is doing it? In the meantime, Clint Jorgensen, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I would kill for. I'd be cool with the GI Joe game that way too. I love the Ultimate Alliance games back in the PS2 days. Like those were fun. Um, they did do one recently. I don't think it went over that well, but um, yeah, I would love that. Let's see. Todd C also says you don't have to like him, but don't false copyright strike him. He's harmless, making his own content. Yes, I 100% agree with that. There is really an unspoken, unwritten rule with YouTubers is that you do not go around copyright striking people, claiming content, um, especially falsely. It just is. And the people that do that are cowards. I mean, they just are, and instead of surviving and living on your own content, you'd rather go out and silence somebody's opinion. And it seems that that's a very popular thing to do these days, whether that is in our world on YouTube, whether that's in politics, whether that's any social media. It seems that silencing opinions you do not like and very heavily weighted in one direction, mind you, is a popular thing to do. Let's see what else we got. Eric Thurman says something happened one day where I just couldn't play video games anymore. Lord of the Rings on Xbox is my last run. That was a great game. That was a great game. I get it. Now, I will tell you at 49, it's been years, but there was a time where I probably went a good 7, 8 years with not really playing any games. Um, 2008, I was playing Metal Gear, Guns of the Patriots, I think it was, or Sons of Liberty, one of those two. Anyway, 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. And then I went many years, several years, at least 7, 8 years, somewhere in there, without really playing any games. Um, yeah, 3-star did not hear that yet. Todd, they need to leave Shark alone. Yeah, man, I don't know. Let's see. That's where Matthew's saying which shark. And Todd C says it's Shark News, i.e., Artist Shark. Um, I haven't seen that. Obviously, we can look into it, or Matthew, if you want to look into that right now and see what that's all about. Maybe throw me a little info on it, and maybe I can look it up here, or send me a link or something like that. Um, don't have to be good or bad shark. False copyright strike isn't cool, but anyone else anymore. Yeah, I'm with you. Either way, it's like I said. I said it's unwritten rule. It is something that YouTubers know, and the people that do it know they're bad actors. Period, and they're cowards. Um, Again, all opinions are valid. Doesn't mean all opinions are good. It just means all opinions are valid. Okay. Operation Blackout was trash. Absolutely. I do love these ideas coming in though, about a video game. Like I love the ideas, man. Like Christine Mendoza says, maybe you only get 8 base characters at first and purchase a new figure, add to your roster. Yeah, I mean, they could obviously do, if they wanted to, a microtransaction ish way of doing that, or, add free content, add 2 new figures from each side, or 2 new figures here and there. That would be cool. I wouldn't want to pay for it behind a paywall, but I do think that it would be cool in that aspect, but more than 4, right? We need more than 4 or 5. Like, we've got to. It's just too small a roster, and I know Operation Blackout tried to really kinda do that somewhat, but, yeah, it just a brutal game, not fun. I did try to convince 3-star not to buy it, but, a man's gonna do what a man's gonna do. It doesn't matter what you say, regardless. But I had already known so much about that game prior to him purchasing it, and you could get it on sale, and I'm sure he got it cheap as well. Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, 2019. Yeah, and from what I understand, it did not go over that great. I am all about an Energon Universe Transformers versus G.I. Joe video game. I think that would be fan freaking tastic. I think that would be awesome. Um, yeah, Matthew, I haven't heard of Adam having issues, but Shriek claims false strikes all the time and insulates people who had nothing to do with it. Now, that's another thing. If people that are trying to get attention and claiming that people are striking them falsely, but they're not really getting stricken too, that does happen. People that need attention that badly, I feel bad for. I actually feel sorry for people like that. That need attention so much so they'll make shit up. I think I think it's just sad. If you need attention that bad, then get some friends. And if you don't have any in real life that you can hug, then get them online. Lord knows I've got some online now, and I have some in real life. It's like, and a lot of times I like the ones here online that I like more than the ones I know. um, Yeah, Blackout, it could have been good. The graphics did look pretty decent, but I agree with you. Gameplay controls is what ruined the game, and it was on sale on the PS Store. Um, I would say eventually it might go to Games Pass. So if you're an Xbox user, it might go to Games Pass, and you can just play it for free. By the way, if you do have a PC, the Wrath of Cobra game is coming out to Switch and PC. There is a demo on Steam right now. Steam doesn't take anything to download. It's free. You can download Steam. You can search for the game and play the game. See what you think. I played it. I might play it on a stream just to show everybody kind of what it looks like. Let's see here. War chest full of toys stopping by. Hey, hey, hey. took took you a minute to get here. Yeah, dude, it's all good. Yeah, carrying the chat on the other channel, they ran out of rupees. It's all good, man. It is all good, dude. I know we're sitting on the 20th of September, my friend. I hope all is well with you. Um, let's see. Yeah, and also getting attention all day, every day. His dad invented the question mark. Yeah, I understand that from the other side, from my mom's side, so to speak. Um, you know what, Dreadnought? I will give you a hug right now. Hang on. All right, I'm coming in. Oh, doesn't that feel good? That feels so good. Ain't nothing like a hetero man on man hug, huh? That felt good for me. Hopefully that was good for you. Um, I hope you feel better. Not that you don't, but I hope you feel better even after that. Um, that's funny, Christine. Some kind of toy lines battling each other for control of the living room. I can imagine that's most of y'all's. Like that's most of y'all's toy room slash office slash whatever, right? Everybody is battling for space, and there's multiple lines. You know, you've got Kit driving around talking to Michael, trying to keep him, you know, dodging fire. You've got Centurions flying around. You've got Silverhawks. You've got freaking He-Man and Skeletor working together to fight the evil forces of G.I. Joe in the toy room because they're taking all that damn space with those classifieds. You son of a bitch. Um, Todd, it did because I saw my monitor. That's why I had to move my head up a little bit. I had to go a little high, but not too high. Oh my gosh, that's stupid. So, we'll keep on chilling with the chat here for a minute. I love you guys. I love this, man. Like it's lively. I love it when everybody's just kind of throwing their 2 cents in I'm by far. So I don't know if you don't know this about me, and I'm not going to tell too many stories tonight because I want to save some of them for Thursday, and a lot of them are going to come up because they're going to come off the cuff based off of what questions that Punk asked me. Um, but I am not a joke teller. I don't know if any of y'all are. Some people are really good at it, really, really good at it. I am more of an off the cuff um, person. So whether you want to call that witty or whether you want to call that, just I mean, I don't know what you call. I guess witty would be the word. Um, but um, but that's more my speed is like joking off the cuff, responding or reacting to something somebody says. I'm not a joke teller though. And what's funny is I've heard so many jokes over the years as a bartender, especially. I've heard a million of them, and I can't remember any of them. Like it is ridiculous. But I just can't. And and so I'm more of a witty person, and so I love it when the chat is going, when people are saying stuff, and I'm just sitting here talking because I can respond, and it feels natural to me. That's what I do at work all the time. Is just bounce around 10 different conversations. And I'll have to leave one to go to another and then go to another and go to another and go to another and do that all night long or all day long. And it's fun. I enjoy that. I really do. Let's see. What is this 3-star? I am fighting the space battle right now, doing that most dreaded of collector tasks, dusting and rearranging. How many of y'all when's the last time you guys in the chat rearranged your toy room? Or your shelf or shelves or whatever. When is the last time, not only that you dusted, which I can tell you right now, I'm horrible about that. When's the last time that you rearranged it? Actually rearranged it. Decided, you know what? I it's time for a change. When is the last time you guys decided to do that? I change the shelves up behind me every few weeks. I do need to actually change up and take down Firefly and Destro here. I did put up Stalker right here. Old Stalker came in this morning. I just lost one of my figures that I made at Joe Fest. Anyway, so Stalker, there we go. Stalker came in. Um, and then I've got shoot, what is it? Retro CC coming? Is that who's coming? I think. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. I got an email the other day. Can't keep up with it. Pardon me while I reach down here and pick up this tiny 4-inch figure. Oh. Damn if his stand didn't just disappear. We're just gonna lay him down there for a minute. Now, if I hear crunch, that's gonna be great. Let's see here real quick. War chest. I'm not a joke teller either, and funny's just not. Is just not my bag. Yeah. You're more of a witty person. I can attest to that. Dreadnought K6, quick wit, sharp tongue. Oh, shirt tails. Yeah, I love shirt tails too. Um, what is this? Clint Jorgensen, TMNT and Polly Pocket crossover is coming. Heard it here first. That could be a Matthew Matson photography session, actually. Really don't know. And yes, Dreadnought, I am pretty witty and I like to look at some teddies. Yeah. Um, do you happen to have some Cavatier? Anyway, so we'll look at a few more before I kind of get into a couple things here. Um, what is that, Matthew? She doesn't seem to know she's the one. They say she cheats charm when she whispers Polly Pocket. That huh? Freaking Polly Pocket. Get in my pocket, bitch. That's what they say in prison. You don't ever want to hear them words if you ever go to jail. Get in my pocket, bitch. Oh God, I need to look up that clip. Oh my God, I need to look up that clip and play it for y'all. I'll see if I can find it here in a little bit. Let's see. What else do we got? Oh, yeah, War Chest said put together a whole new toy room over the last month. Eric Thurman escorted a glass case 2 months ago and basically just added to it for now. September's been slow for Joe's. It has, but guess what, Eric? We're about to get inundated. As those emails have been rolling in, boom, 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 boom. It's like, you go through a period of nothing, and then all of a sudden everything. It all just comes rolling in, and that's about to start happening. Guaranteed that's about to start happening in the next month or two. It's already started, and I've got so much stuff on pre-order and waiting. Although I did find it interesting that the pre-orders the other day after PulseCon, it's like November of 2025. I'm like, what the hell? A year from now? Like, come on. Don't think they're going to hold to that date. They should go out pretty fast. Well, I say fast. They'll go out beforehand anyway. Let's see. Dreadnought K6. I'm a bachelor who doesn't have company very much. Joe's are all in my living room. You know what? And Dreadnought, look, I don't know how old you are. I will say this. I'd say most of us that are at this age are if you're not married or whatever, then you probably are a bachelor and you probably can do whatever you want with your toys, right? Um, I mean, literally, you can do whatever you want. Clint says we're finishing our basement, so that will come soon. Gotcha. Christine says my Dust Dominoes action figure, no matter how careful I am. Yeah, I could see that too. Now, 3-star, don't you have a put it in the chat. Put it in the chat if you can, 3-star, if you can type. Because didn't you get a dust kit? Didn't you get like a dust kit that you could that like specifically for that, if I'm not mistaken? I know it still happens, but I don't know. Maybe you could put the link in there or something like that for everybody. I don't know if I have it set so you can't post links or not. I don't know. Maybe send it to Matthew. He can post it. But yeah, no, I know you got a dust kit, I think recently, and a pretty good one at that. Yeah, War Chest, sure don't want to hear put your hand in my pocket in prison. Exactly. So let me go and put on a little music here. Don't we need a little background music? I think that's what we need. We need a little background music. I do like my new little background here that I made, although I had to customize the screen that fits in it. Let's see here. We're gonna put a little background music. We'll try a few of them and just see what seems to work. I'll turn it down here to make sure it's not blowing y'all speakers out. I know y'all rocking them 212s with a Rockford Fosgate in the trunk. So let's see here. In the space. What is that? Okay. Piano. I don't know about that. I do it. How about feeding the ducks? Oh yeah. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. One night when I was looking out my window, I seen Scarlett bend over, show me that booty hole. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If y'all don't know, Feeding the Ducks actually is a very popular song for the Friday Night Tights crew. This chat is flying by. Ooh, yeah. I like that, though. I do like it. See, most of the time, I don't get to hear this song all the way through when it's on the stream that I listen to that it's on, because they don't let it play for long, and that's because there's like 12 people on screen. No, this is not a copyright strike. This is copyright-free music. This is on StreamYard. This is free music. Free music. So, yes, I'm gonna try not to get any more strikes. I'm maybe gonna show video from trailers much anymore until I know that I can not get stricken by these greedy ass companies. Let's see. We gotta keep that going though. Hang on. Don't. No. Yeah, keep it on repeat. Oh yeah. Come on, girl. Let's get funky. I'm so stupid. All right, here, let's fly down this real quick, shall we? Those blue waffles look bomb. Yes, they do. Blue waffle. Good God. I don't ever want to see that again. I do not ever want to see that again. And yes, Dreadnought, K6. Way things are going. It won't be long before we get arrested for unpopular opinions and wrong things. Go out and vote. That's all I gotta say. Local elections. Local elections are your more important elections. So go out and vote. I'm not gonna be one of these MTV, back in the day, rock the vote. But if you want things to be different, vote local. For sure. Let's see here. Yeah, Dreadnought 45. Yep. War Chest is 49. Seriously, think about dressing like a shockmaster on Sundays from now on. I don't blame you. I'd say you can dress however the hell you want to dress. You know what I mean? Let's see. Dreadnought. I gave up on modern women. Never been happier. I have 2 kids or adults. I did my part. Yep. Hey, I think that's great. I think that's absolutely tastic. Word Chess says, how many pop logos do you know on StreamYard? Word goes to Pop Blender. Yep. I'm going to put them all over the damn place. Put them everywhere. Marketing. You know what I mean? Come on. Gotta do what you gotta do. What is it from Spaceballs? Where yogurt is marketing. Whatever it is. Like, merchandise. That's what I need. I need shirts now. I actually had 2 of them made. I ain't gonna tell you how much I paid for them. One of them has gone to hell in a handbasket. It was almost closing time when Roadblock walked in the Mos Eisley Cantina. Oh yeah. And the bartender said, Roadblock, we don't serve your kind. Man, that's racist. Damn, how could you say something like that, 3-star? That's messed up. All right, so let's get into a little bit of something, shall we? Yeah, please don't copyright strike me, anybody. Everybody, throw your underwear on the stage. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mercedes. Here she comes. She's fast. She's stylish. She takes corners with a quickness. She can move up and down. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the bulldozer. I only heard that booty hole. Oh my God, Matthew's blushing right now. I know he is. All right, let's see here. Oh my goodness. That's where the real money from the movie is made. Merchandising. Hope I don't get in trouble for that accent, by the way. Please don't cancel me. All right, so watched a couple things the last few days. Maybe you guys are interested, maybe you're not. But I want to go over a couple things. I didn't save a bunch of news stories. I'm not going to inundate you with a bunch of bullshit. I'm not going to fly through them as if they're not important. Sometimes that's what it feels like. Now, if you guys can hear me okay with the music in the background, let me know. If it's too loud, I'll turn it down 100% for sure. And I will turn it down because I am going to play. Well, it'll automatically turn down, but I am going to play a couple things. But anyway, so I did watch. What do y'all want to hear about first? How about that? Do you want to hear about the Penguin? Or do you want to hear about Agatha all along? Would you like to hear about Agatha all along? That's my question. Or is it the Penguin? And let's see here real quick. I've got some stuff saved. See, you tell me. Oh, good first. Yeah, Christine, good first. Please, Agatha. First Penguin, not the gay witches. Well, I'm not gonna spoil Tuesday, Matthew. But the thing of it is that, like, I know. We'll get into it Tuesday. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I know you're not gonna watch Agatha, and I don't know if you're gonna go see Am I Racist, but I was gonna see it Wednesday and then Thursday, but I am gonna see it actually Sunday afternoon. But I did want to play something for y'all.
It's been just.
So give me one moment. I'm just lining this up. But while y'all type in the chat, I just want to line this up so I know that I've got the volume going through the right system. So be patient with me. Oh, yeah. All right. Come on, baby. If you think I'm sexy, don't. This is awful. It's a Friday night, man. Who gives a shit? All right, here we go. So I'm gonna share something with y'all. Let me bring the music down just a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay. So is it gonna be there we go. Is it gonna be Agatha all along? Or is it going to be Penguin? I'm going to give you guys an idea of what Agatha all along is all about. Let's hope this works. Volume's up. Let me play that one more time in case y'all weren't able to hear it. I know the volume is a little weird. Just a little weird. And I've got it turned all the way up. Let's see. And just in case, just to make sure that we've got it turned all the way up. Let's see. Yep. All right. Just listen to this. Here we go. So what do you think? Should we go over Agatha or should we? So could you not hear that audio? Did it come through really low? Yeah, exactly. Didn't hear it. Okay. Let's see. Well, how weird. I love it when I put that through. Okay. So you sure you didn't hear that? Because Wraith Mace is here, and Wraith Mace evidently either saw it somewhere else or he just heard it. So I don't know. Nonetheless, all right, we'll go good first, right? Well, the reason I want to say penguin is because I was going to save it for kind of the what was the best penguin portrayal. Best penguin portrayal. That was kind of my idea with that. I'll check my volume one more time, just in case. I don't want to. Let's see. We got Chrome. We're good. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That might help a little bit. Let's change a few things here, shall we? All right. So I'll try it one more time. And if it doesn't work, I ain't worried about it. I'll show you my video that I'm working on and you'll catch it in there. Let's see here. All right. That's that. All right. I'll try it one more time. Video file. That's how we do it. Hello, I'm stupid. So, here we go.
It's been described to me that Agatha is the gayest project Marvel has ever done. Agree?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Why is it?
You'll see. You'll see when you watch it. But, I think witches are queer inherently just because we are outcast and
gay people are
set aside
outcast
for many reasons. And I think this show shows a really good representation of different types of people.
Okay.
And that we can all use the power we have within to
the power within.
Go forth and be great.
It's been
go forth and multiply. No. She uses it as in we can all be who we want to be. Go forth and be gay. I know that came through. I know that came through. So one more time, I want you to hear what this guy says and what he sounds like, because this is absolutely ridiculous. So he asked every actor on the red carpet. I'm going to play it for you. I am going to play it for you. I want you to see this. Here is the first actress.
That Agatha is the gayest.
Okay. That is his thing. Like, he is all about.
It's been described to me that Agatha is the gayest project Marvel has ever done.
Okay. Seriously. Like, that's his question. Okay, that's his question. So hang on. We're not done yet. So let's go to the star of Agatha all along. Let's Let's get her thoughts. Okay.
It's been described as the gayest Marvel project ever. Do you agree?
I mean, I think it's pretty well. What is the most exciting about it is that that's not exactly what it's about. It's so normalized, but yeah, I definitely think it is.
It's been described as the gayest.
So she kind of skirts the question, right? Like, because this whole thing about Hollywood and every red carpet, every time they ask an actor or actress about their show, this is what they say. Like you've seen it time and time again. If you've paid attention to any of this stuff, you've seen it time and time again. They all, because what it does is they use it as a sword. And I'll borrow this from Gary from Nerdrotic. They use it as a sword and they use it as a shield. Mainly a shield to shield the show from criticism. Because if you criticize the show, guess what they call you? And you don't need me to tell you. So it's a shield. Now here's the next person. Let's see here. All right. We're going to go with a really terrible question for this young lady.
Talk about that, people of color. Look at that poster right there. I mean, that's diversity.
It's yeah, and I also think, and what's cool is it's the point of it is not that actually. It's just the world, you know. It's not like a whole storyline about, you know what I mean. It just is, and I think that's how most of us experience it. So,
talk about that.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? He, because she's Asian, pointed out the poster behind her that has supposedly a gay team, a white woman, another white woman, and a black woman, and an Asian woman, and whatever, an old lady. Did you hear that though? Listen to what he says again. Okay. Listen to what he says again. And listen to her response because she shoots him down.
Talk about that, people of color. Look at that poster right there. I mean, that's diversity.
It's yeah, and I also think, and what's cool is it's the point of it is not that actually. It's just the world, you know.
The point of that is it's not that actually. This is unheard of. So I'm going to give kudos to her for answering that question the way that she did. Because you heard the first actress, you heard the second one. Now again, the star of the show, Catherine Hahn, she kind of downplayed it. The first girl, the black girl, she was all in. Right? She was all in. And but what she says is word salad, and you can tell she's kind of uncomfortable with the question. And so what we're starting to see is a change. We're starting to see a change. And these actresses now are starting to get it. Like they're starting to get it. They're starting to understand that, like, you know, this is not what people want. These shows aren't making money. So here
I'm told, I've seen the first episode, but Agatha is the gayest Marvel project yet. Do you agree?
It better be, because that's what I signed up for. I think it is.
I'm told, I've seen the first episode.
Is Marvel the gayest show in the history of Marvel television? The gayest. Christ. Shit gets old. And look, I love this chick. She's hot. I love her. Is she pandering to him? Probably. Can you tell whether or not she actually really feels this way? I don't think she does. She even says at the end, it's like, there's going to be a gay explosion as the show goes on and on. It's going to get gayer. But I think she's pandering to him. Now, here's the show's creator, Jack Schaefer. All right. And this is the last one I'm going to play before I get into telling you about this show. Here we go.
Someone who has seen multiple episodes calls this the gayest Marvel project to date. Do you agree?
I mean, I will take that and I will love that and I will tuck that under my pillow at night. That's what I will say. What I would say is, like, this show is about love, and it's about found family. It's about theatricality. It's about nastiness. It's about
watch this.
Kind of nasty.
oh, the good kind, the
Oh.
fabulous kind, the well-styled kind.
The
That's
well-styled
our show.
kind of
Someone
nasty.
who has
He
seen
literally stops. What kind of nasty? Because this funky motherfucker right here has one thing on his mind. That booty. So just to give you a preamble, and I'm going to look through the chat real quick and see what you guys kind of said as I was playing that. So finally I got it playing. Now I know what to do in the future. Okay. It's all about learning. Okay. Gayer than I saw that guy wearing a romper. Yes, evidently so. Hey, I like my romper. It goes perfectly with my Hulkamania underoos. Yes, love some underoos, by the way. Oh, that just sounds fabulous. Not the power of many, right? 3 stars says okay, never mind. Personal message. Let's see. Matthew Matson says, I knew a kid in high school we called the Penguin. He's ugly with internally rotated feet. Came from an inherited rich family. Broken rich again a couple times. Fancied himself a monster. Yes. You should put quotes around that. Not to sound crazy, but I don't know a single parent that has Disney or lets their kids watch anything from Disney without pre-screening it. That's because word has gotten out now, War Chest. That's the trick. Okay. Word has gotten out. Dreadnought says, and when Agatha bombs, it'll be because of us bigots, not because there's no actual modern audience. Very true. More and more people are understanding that. They're getting these terms, the terms that we have been using for years. They're starting to get those terms and understand those terms. All right. So, yeah, Bluey is the most streamed thing on Disney. The only content that isn't 30 to 40 years old you can trust. Christine says, to be fair, since the Black Hole and I think Dragon Slayer 2, I'd say most of the parents aren't the status quo then. Yeah, I would say this 3-star regarding War Chest's comment is that parents like to have their kids watch the classics, the Disney classics, right? Even going back into the 90s or whatever. But I'd say a lot of new stuff. I'd say the word has gotten out at this point. Like, I think it's gotten out at this point. I think a lot of people are reserving the right to not have their kids watch Disney content. It's just weird that an older naked woman is being ogled by a young girl. Really, Disney in full pedo form. Yeah, it's really weird, and I'm going to get into that a little bit in the episodes real quick. And yes, they do act like 50% of the population is gay, and we all know that is not the truth, right? And yes, she has a cane because she actually 3-star messed up her ACL or MCL or something. Like, she messed up a knee ligament filming a recent show or movie. Let's see here. Dreadnought says, if you don't parrot the messaging in Hollywood, you get blackballed like Tim Allen, James Woods, Rob Schneider, Mel Gibson. List goes on. That's true. Mel was blackballed for other reasons. Yes, he was, and he paid quite a pittance for that, although he has made great movies. I mean, it is what it is, but nonetheless. So you get what I'm saying at, right? My point is that this show has been marketed as the gayest Marvel show ever made. Okay, so I saw the first 2 episodes. Just to let you guys know right off the get-go. Saw the first 2 episodes. I watched them last night. Okay, it is not the gayest Marvel show ever made. We're just going to get that out of the way right now. At the very least, right now, it's not the gayest Marvel show ever made. That much I can tell you. Now, will that change? Yes, it may very well change. I don't know. But I can definitely tell you that at least from the first 2 episodes, doesn't seem to be the case. Now, is there some gay stuff in it? Yes. But it's very much hinted at. It is not explicitly said. There is a scene where 2 of the witches are going after each other, and it's obvious tension, sexual tension. And then there's another scene where the little, I'm not going to say the little gay dude in the show, he doesn't explicitly say he is, but while they're riding in a car, his phone goes off and it's a picture of a guy. But he doesn't say like, that's my boyfriend, or, oh, that's just somebody who worries. He says something like, that's somebody who worries all the time, or something, whatever. I don't know, whatever the quote is. It doesn't matter. Bottom line is that, yes, they may have been saying all this the whole time, and people may have been giving interviews, especially the young male that's in this show. He is also in another show that evidently is rather popular, but, he has come out and said, "Hey, Marvel shows and movies aren't just made for straight white males." Well, yeah, they kinda, the fan base, they're not all white, but most of them are straight males. That's fact. So we can mess around all we want, but the bottom line is that's the truth. All right. So, um, I would say the show is boring. I would say that it starts out and it tries to be a procedural detective show or an X-Files or True Detective in some way, but unfortunately, the lead actress overacts quite awkwardly. It's weird because on one hand, you think she's playing for laughs, but then the dialogue is serious dialogue, so it's kinda odd. And, uh, and so you don't really know how to take the show, but it's really boring. I mean, it is extremely boring. And you have one character who's trying to convince Agatha that, she believes that she's somebody she's not, and that they're trying to convince her who she really is, and it takes the whole episode to convince her who she really is. And then, if you guys watched WandaVision, did any of y'all watch WandaVision? Do you remember anything about WandaVision? Because in WandaVision, she holds the whole town hostage. Okay? She turns the whole town hostage. And at the end of it, when she right before she flies away or whatever the hell, they absolve her of literally holding this whole town hostage. These people can't go to the bathroom. They can't use their own bodies. They are bound, and they're playing out these TV sitcoms each episode, right? And Wanda is controlling all this shit. But then you find out, oh, it's Agatha all along. But then you find out, really, it's Wanda all along. But Agatha ends up being imprisoned in her own mind, and she has no powers and all this. This is a story about her getting her powers back. It's kinda like a Wizard of Oz where they have to follow the yellow brick road, so to speak, and they are going to encounter different things. But they also tried to do kind of the same thing as WandaVision, at least early on. In episode 1, it's trying to mimic a detective procedural show, and therefore it is, the actual intro song, the theme song, has images like True Detective. It mimics that rather. She has a police chief that she tells to eat her ass because the men in this show are idiots. But what you find out, though, is that when she realizes who she really is, and she's been just kind of putting off the fact that, she got put in a box, so to speak, but she realizes who she is. These townspeople that were trapped by Wanda, okay? We found out it's been 3 fucking years. And somehow these people have decided to stay in this town of Westview, okay? They've decided to stay in this town and play along with Agatha, who fucked them over along with Wanda. They've decided to play along with her games because she doesn't really know, and she's, like, treating them like shit, and she acts like she's a detective, and they play along with this shit for 3 fucking years? That shit is ridiculous. Not only that, this show doesn't set any rules. It doesn't set any rules. It doesn't set any rules really for time. It doesn't set any rules for, like, powers and Agatha, who can't use any powers unless she gets blasted with somebody else's powers, then she can use those powers. She obviously it's said that she can't be killed, but then this one chick busts up on her, sticks a knife to her chest and cuts her, like, right here, and she's bleeding and shit, but evidently she can't be killed. She can't be touched. Like, it doesn't make any sense, and they don't set the rules up. You know what I mean? And so it's really odd. It's very boring. Um, it 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 is definitely not the gayest Marvel show ever. I wanna say hello to Well Hung Banana Hammocks. Got one myself. What's up? How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Been a little while. Um, Sam Cassell fan spotted. Wow. Okay, taking me back, Dreadnought. There you go. So yeah, it's just it's a nothing show. The first 2 episodes. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the lowest watched Marvel show on Disney Plus. So here we go again with the Acolyte. Same problem. Here we go again. This show got marketed incorrectly. Then when it comes out, you've already turned off half your audience. Then the acting is just not great, especially in episode 1 and by the lead character. Then we get to episode 2, and it's just basically the story of let's gather these different types of witches because we can't go to the road, to the Yellow Brick Road. We can't get to it until we gather the correct characters. Okay? So you have green witch, yellow witch, blue witch, fuck witch, whatever, doesn't matter. And so they have to gather the right witches. And while they're gathering the witches, there's an attack on Agatha's house by some old ass Salem witches from hundreds of years ago or whatever. In a nonsensical scene where the young man is closing the blinds and shutting the door and pushing a couch up against the front door to keep the evil witches out, like that would keep evil witches out of a house. It's so stupid. And instead of running his ass downstairs to go meet with the other girls, the other witches, he's upstairs getting scared at every turn. Oh God. Oh God. Push the couch up against the door. Oh, maybe this will keep them out. Let me close the windows. No, they're fucking witches, dipshit. Like, get out of here. And it's not even like played for laughs. Like maybe played for laughs, but they ain't no laughing going on. I can tell you that. This shit is dumb. The show is dumb. I'm gonna continue to watch it because I have to. It's fucking dumb. And it's just boring. It's just really boring. And yes, you know what? Christine, Werewolf by Night, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right, Matthew. You know, it's a shame. They started filming this show years ago, and it came on the heels of, like, you know, WandaVision, and they had the Agatha All Along song in it, and everybody thought that was just so clever and so funny. We need to give $120 million for someone to make a show that nobody gives a shit about, because that's what they do. And, this show is no different. Um, yeah, not so far, so bad. That's what I'm gonna say about that. So far, so bad. Uh, Red Knot K6 says, if you have to watch it for content, torrent it so you don't get any." So here's the deal. I'm terrified of torrents. Terrified. Um, if you could give me a good repository or a trusted source that you know, would say don't put it here, but can you send it to me on Instagram at PopBlender75 all together? PopBlender75 all together. Yeah, if you can send me something that you trust, I will go to that. But I am terrified of torrent. And yes, I know, and I do have a VPN. I don't have a laptop. I have a gaming PC that I paid a bunch of money for. So that's what scares me. Also, what blackmail does Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant have on people to become a showrunner? She just got a new show, by the way, so she failed her way up. Um, truly fascinating that someone could fail their way up. But anyway, so yeah, Agatha all along. Um, watch at your own peril. Um, the second episode was better than the first. I will say that. The first episode, extremely boring, way overacted. Um, in my video, I'm going to get into some of the intricacies of that show, episode 1 and 2. But if you do decide to watch it, and I don't think any of you will, if you do decide to watch it, um, have something else on the other monitor. Play a video game and glance at the screen every now and then. That's what I would say. That is exactly what I would say. Do that. Let's see here. The Penguin. Oh, I forgot my banners. Holy crap. I'm going to lose my mind. I forgot my banner. So anyway, that was Agatha all along, y'all. So, the Penguin. All right, Matthew. We are going to talk about it on Tuesday night. I'm not going to spoil the Penguin. I'm not going to give all my thoughts on the Penguin because I want to hear your thoughts. All right, so let's look at a review roundup on Rotten Tomatoes of the Penguin to give you guys an idea of what people are saying about this show. Now, how many of you out there have watched the Penguin yet? How many of y'all watch it? They're not binging this show. This is a once a week show, which I appreciate. I think a show like this also will benefit from doing once a week. I think a show like Agatha all along will not benefit from doing once a week. I think that a show like Agatha should be dropped immediately all at once so you can get it out of the way and not talk about it anymore. Let's go with I will not spoil the Penguin for you guys. All right? But I'm going to talk about it. So bring it up. All right. Let's see. I kind of like. There we go. All right. And away we go. So, as you can see, right now, 94% critics, 88% fan review, popcorn-o-meter. I will say that this show, after episode 1, 100% deserves these ratings. I would say actually that the fan rating should be higher. Now, I saw a early review of the Penguin, a very early review of the Penguin, and it was not kind. It was not kind at all. And that gave me hesitation. Now, do we need this show? No, we don't. Does it tie into the Matt Reeves Batman universe? Yes, it does. Will we see Batman? No, we won't. Will we see a crossover or whatever? Is there going to be another Batman movie? I don't know. Probably not, if I had to guess. But, and maybe it's in production. I don't know. You tell me. But I will say this. This show is fantastic. You need to watch it. 3-star. You need to watch it. I know that you're not a fan of Colin Farrell. I know that you don't care for his acting. I'm going to tell you, he is fantastic. Dreadnought, fantastic. Anybody else that's still in here right now, look, watch this episode. If you have access to Max or if you have access to a torrent, and like I said, Dreadnought, again, don't forget, Pop Blender 75 on Instagram. Message me And if you have a repository, if you have somewhere that you trust, you know, whatever, or you can tell me things to look out for, please let me know. Pop Blender 75, all lowercase, 75 all together. So listen, you know, Colin, I can take him, I can leave him. I like him okay. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. This show is great. It has things that happen you wouldn't think happen. It doesn't have any woke shit in it. And I'll tell you, even if it did, the writing is so good you won't realize it. You know, is there a strong or off the hinge female character? Yeah, sure, absolutely. And you know, the thing of it is, people think that like we have this problem with strong female characters. I don't have a problem with strong female characters at all. I love many of them, too many to name. And we can always use the same examples. Everybody always uses the same examples, always. Right? Sarah Connor, right? Ripley from Alien. Everybody always goes to those same two. But there's probably so many shows that you've watched that have strong female characters that you've completely forgotten about. And I don't mean strong as in workout strong, fight with a gun strong, because women don't have to fight with a gun to be a strong person. That's the misnomer now in Hollywood. Strong woman means somebody that can kick 3 guys who all weigh 295 pounds asses at the same time. That's what Hollywood's definition of a strong woman is. That's not my definition. A strong woman means strong in character. It means they have a moral system. Even if it's a bad character, they have an ideal and they portray themselves. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be vulnerable either. You know what I mean? But there is a character in this show, and she's a very important female, and she's going to be even more important as the show goes on. But it's a good job. This is well written. This first episode goes places I didn't think it would go. And I really think that this could be, if it stays like this, I'm going to tell you right now, because it's coming too late for Emmys, right? Emmys just happened. Fallout didn't win shit. A lot of nominations. But I think this show is going to garner some Emmys next year. I really do. Now, we got a long ways to go. They just had the Emmys. Now, does anybody give a shit about awards? No, they don't. Not anymore. Used to, when we liked actors and movie stars. Back in the day, nobody give a shit about that anymore, right? And I fully understand why. And I don't either. But I will say, this show is going to win some Emmys. It's going to get nominations. It's going to win. And I think Colin Farrell may very well win Best Actor in a leading role. And if he doesn't, it's going to be because it's a comic book show. It's going to be the critics are going to look at it, even though they're going to have scores so far. It's going to be looked at as a comic book show or a comic book, whatever. I get that. Like, I do. But I'm telling you, this show is fantastic so far. Now, it's only one episode. But damn, I was enthralled. And look, here's the deal. I'm a Batman stan all day long, man. I'm a super Chad for Batman. I'm a super stan. I'm a whatever the fuck you want to call it. I love some Batman. I got several graphic novels. I am all about some Batman. I love the Rogues Gallery. I love everything about it. I love the city. I love Gotham. I love all of that shit. Love it all. Great portrayal of Gotham so far. Now, again, like I said, it's only one episode. Always room for disappointment. But so far, so good. I think you guys need to watch it. I think you need to get back to us and let me know. I know Tuesday we're going to cover the show. We're going to go over the first episode. So you guys, buff up. Get ready. Go watch it. If you have Max, if you have a torrent, Go watch it. Tune in Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Matthew and I are going to go over this show. We're going to talk about it in depth. So go watch this show. Episode 1, The Penguin. It's fantastic. I'm telling you. Really good. It does pick up after the events of the Batman. So it isn't the same world. We're not going to see Batman. But yes, it is in the same timeline soon afterwards. Real quick, let's see here as we go down. Three's Company. Come a knock on my door. Take a step that is true. Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's Company too. Ooh, Atomic Blonde. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Let's see. I would say it's more like a mafia show. Yes, it maybe is, but we don't know if it's going to be all that. Does it start out as that? Kinda, but not totally. If that makes any sense. Vasquez from Aliens. Yes, Vasquez from Aliens is a bad bitch. That's for sure. Tulsa King does deserve accolades. Does it deserve it more? I don't know. I do like that show quite a bit. I think Stallone is fantastic in that show. If you haven't watched Tulsa King, you need to check out that show. I am not kidding. Tulsa King is worth it 100%. Funny as shit. It's one of Sylvester Stallone's best roles of his career, actually. I would say that all day long. One of the best roles he's ever done. And he does it good. And it also doesn't pander. It's not on the woke agenda. It's not about the message. It is true blue, good writing. Yeah, they don't mess around. Tulsa King. Check it out too. Easy watch too, man. It's easy to watch shit that you enjoy. See, that's the whole thing, right? It's easy to watch stuff that you enjoy. There is enjoyable television out there. There are good movies to go see. I would implore everybody to go see Am I Racist? If you can. It will be out on VOD at some point in time. So if you don't want to watch it at a theater, and I fully understand that, it is a comedy. Most people don't want to pay money to go see a comedy anymore. Then check it out on VOD. But otherwise, Am I Racist? Go see that movie. But I'm telling you, this show is really good. It really is. And I kind of want to see what some of the critics were saying about it, actually. And let's see. All critics, 94%. Top critics, 75%. What does that even mean? Like, who are the top critics? When they say top critics, personally, I think that's a crock of shit. I really do. I think that top critics, the people they consider top critics, don't nobody give a shit about. Trying to see where I could click on the damn reviews. Actually, that's what I want to do, but not giving me anything. Come on. Yeah, give me nothing. Let's see here real quick. Same deal. Here we go. All right, can we get some? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, critic reviews. Here we go. Take a look. Top critic. Slick and powerful. Expensive, flashy, downright mean. Yes, it is. Given the bleak corporate necessities that kickstarted the show, the capable finished result is close to a small miracle. Oz is not just another villain, as much as Batman is not just another superhero. Penguin offers an intriguing push and pull between the grotesque and the grounded, a street-level crime drama, nonetheless full of cartoonish mob stereotypes, and over-the-top characters with elaborate axes to grind. I disagree with the over-the-top. I'm going to say that. I disagree with the over-the-top gangsters. I think the acting is very good. I don't think it's over the top by any means. As a matter of fact, do we spend time with gangsters? Yes, we do. Do we spend time with gangsters where they seem like cartoons? No, they don't. No, they are threatening. They are believable. And Sophia, let's just say Sophia, bitch is crazy. The Penguin is a thrilling crime series made all the more thrilling by the magnetic central performance. That would be Colin Farrell. If taking Batman out of a Batman story works this well, tell him to take a break and sit down. I agree. Farrell, unrecognizable under pounds of grotesque prosthetics and his fat suit, tackles this role with a steely absorption reminiscent of De Niro, fleshing out a character whose disturbing mommy issues and unflagging ambition recall Tony Soprano. Now, Time Magazine says, in its mediocrity, it is as great an indictment of a medium in decline as the stupidest block the networks have to offer. Here's somebody I take their opinion extremely serious. This is Vern Gay from Newsday. Vern Gay from Newsday, top critic. He says, soggy disappointment. I bet Vern Gay's played Soggy Biscuit. Let's see here. We got this covered. Ooh, I'm surprised, man. That you want to talk about a serious leftist site. We got this covered. A gritty, character-driven mob tale that stands on its own. The Penguin expands Matt Reeves' Gotham City with stellar performances and a thoughtful exploration of social inequality as fuel for criminality. Not bad. So nonetheless, bottom line, look, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 bad reviews out of 30, I don't know, 25, something like that. So, check this show out, man. It's actually pretty damn good. And I think you guys will, actually really, really dig it. It's gritty, man. It's gritty. You hear that all the time. It's like, oh, it's a gritty crime drama. It's a dirty. It's gritty. It is gritty. That is no joke. Really is. And they don't pull any punches. And let's just say that there are surprises that make you want to root for certain people. It's fun. So check it out. Check out The Penguin. Give a thorough review on Tuesday with Matthew Matson at 10 p.m. Eastern on The Big Show. Definitely need to check that out. You guys make sure you check that out. All right, so I am going to turn the music down a little bit, and then I want to show you guys how to make really, really, really easy thumbnails for StreamYard and YouTube. And yes, 3-star draw. Hit that like button. If you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching it right now, hit the like button. It always helps. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yes. But yeah, thank you, 3-star. You and I both know we are terrible at remembering that crap. Let's see, real quick. Please don't say it was Helen Mirren. No. Trailers for Penguin. Maybe look like a straight up ripoff of Tony Soprano and De Niro's Al Capone. Yes, I can see that, but I'm gonna tell you, he's a nasty guy. Like, he looks nasty. His feet are nasty. He's a gross person. But you get his motivations. You are introduced to his motivations and you understand them. He is a nasty person. And that takes me a long way with it. Like, I really do. Really, really do like it. So yeah, y'all check it out. All right. Maybe Vern Gay was the dude interviewing the Agatha actress. Right. Should have been. All right, so thumbnail time. I want to show you guys how to make thumbnails extremely easy, really quickly, without using a crazy program that you don't understand, without using Adobe Photoshop, without having to do it on your phone and cut out stickers on your phone and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, this is the easiest way that I have found. So what I'm going to do is I am going to I'm going to show you exactly what I like to do, and I'm going to give you insight. I'm going to walk you through this. All right. So I'm going to show you my folder page here. Let's make it big. Let's make it big and large. All right. Here's the deal. Check this out. I'm for real now. So you got your images here. Okay, whatever image you want to use. So let's just say I've got this image right here. All right. I'm going to click on this image. All right. I'm gonna share this image here. So I'm gonna show you the one that I picked. Okay. Show you the image I picked. I picked this image right here. Just a bunch of stars. Yes, this is the one we talked about. So I'm going to show you. This is really, really, really easy. 3-star. And anybody that makes thumbnails, this is going to be for StreamYards because you have to have the 1280 by 720 thumbnail. This is for YouTube. This is for whatever you want. Okay. Okay. So I clicked on a picture that I have saved as a file. All right. Now you can go on the internet and you can look up Desert Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like Desert Island. The one I made for our, me and 3-stars Desert Island Joe's a couple weeks ago. You can click in galaxies. You can click in whatever. You say the penguin. Whatever you want. All right. So I chose galaxy right here. Okay. So this is a picture I had saved. I double click it in my files, and it opens it up in my normal viewer. You see this viewer right here? The usual, viewer for your photos, right? It's just the normal everyday. When you click on a photo, it brings it up in how you view your pictures, right? You get all your options like, rotate, trash, all this crap, okay? All right, up here on the top right, you see these 4 icons right here? See this? All right. Browse all your photos and videos. The next one over right here, because you can see Clip Champs right there. Create a new video, save to the cloud. Okay, this one here looks like butterfly wings almost. Looks like 2 wings. Come on, damn it, mouse, stay there. See that? Okay, this icon right here is called Designer Online. It's the easiest thing I've ever used. And I want to show you because I'm telling you, this is so easy. All right, so Designer Online. I'm going to double click Designer Online. All right. Now, Designer Online is going to, and I'm going to share this page with you guys. So it won't do it seamlessly, so to speak, but I'm going to show you what it does. All right, here we are. This is Designer Online. Bring this over here so I can continue to show y'all. All right, let's see. Make sure. Okay. So you see this screen right here. All right. Number 1, because I double clicked it on Designer Online, it sends it and opens up a new browser page in Chrome or whatever browser you have. And it looks like this, right? You have your image right here, right? You can click on it, got some options, new design, go back, all this usual stuff. And over here on the left, you have templates, you have media, visuals, text, you have a brand kit, I have a brand kit. It's kind of like a G.I. Joe brand kit, red, white, and blue. All right. So anyway, so here's the deal. Here's our image. You know, you need an image of 1280 by 720, right? That's your StreamYard, and this is for streaming. Now, of course, you can make this for anything. You can make this for YouTube, all right? Custom sizing. So we've got our image here. The one I selected out of my folder is this stars, okay? Just some stars. All right. You go up here to your design. It says design number 46. You click on that, and you go to resize. Now, look at your resize options. Now, this is the size of the picture I saved. It's 1000 by 667. That will tell you if you want to do an Instagram square post, Instagram story, Facebook post, Facebook ad. If I hit show all, you can see Instagram post, Instagram ad, Facebook ad, LinkedIn, Pinterest, paper sizes, all that. Or right here, create a custom size. I'm going to select and change it to 1280 by 720. And I'm going to hit continue. All right. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. All right. New size. I'm going to say yes. Resize and replace. Boom. All right. There we go. Here's our new size right here. It's 1280 by 720. Now, this is where the fun part comes in. All right. See, I'm going to just go. I'm going to put this on full screen for y'all. Let's see. Full screen. Well, I guess it's same thing. Doesn't matter. I guess I'm going to get rid of my picture. All right. So here's the deal. This is where the fun comes in. So we've got our image right here. We can replace it. We can crop it. Whatever. But what you want to do is when you want to add to this. So this is our background. This is our background right here. We resized it to make it so that if you set up a live video or a live stream and you want to make a thumbnail for that live stream or a video, then we're going to select it for the right size. And so when you do set up a stream in StreamYards, 1280 by 720 is the perfect thumbnail size. Okay. So, so we've set that up right here. Now, if you want to add to this picture, this is how you do it. You go to My Media. Click on My Media. It says upload your files. You can find them wherever you want. But what I like to do is, depending on the topic, I'll go Google whatever topic it is. So for tonight, I Googled the penguin. I Googled Agatha. It may have been, whatever you want. But what I usually will Google search is high-res JPEG, and then the thing I want to look up in Google. And then I will open that and I will save that image as a JPEG. I'll save it, right? So you know how to right-click on an image and save that image. So from that point on, when I go to this point, I've resized this image in the background. Super easy. Go to My Media. Upload your files from this device. All right. So I go to my saved pictures. If I go to my saved pictures, I've got Agatha here. I've got these penguin pictures. I've got the G.I. Joe explosions. I've got several little things, Cobra symbol, whatever it is. All right. So I'm going to show you how I did what the thumbnail I did for today. I'm going to select Agatha. So I'm going to double click Agatha. It's going to load up Agatha over here. Now, as you can see, I already did this one from earlier. So it's there again. But so it uploads this to your palette, your options, your photos you want to choose from. And as I scroll down, you can see all the different ones I've used over the last several months. All these photos. So anyway, so let's just say I'm going to use Agatha. All right. I'm going to double click Agatha. See how it pops that picture up? So you have to think of it. You have to think in 3D terms, okay? We have our background. Our background is the stars. I've just double-clicked on the Agatha picture that I just brought into our designer from my files. And then I'm going to show you a really cool thing that you can do here. So we can move this picture wherever we want, right? We can move it all over. Put it here, put it here, put it there, put it there, put it there. But let's say I just want Agatha out of this picture. Let's say I don't want all this background. Click on the Agatha picture. All right. You go to quick select. And then see how you can select her hands. Just that part. Just her face. Maybe just her head. Maybe the whole body. So I'm going to select the whole body. See how it's highlighted? I'm going to copy that object. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste it. And then I'm going to get rid of, delete the background. And now I have Agatha just by herself out of a picture. I can resize her. I can rotate her so she's coming out of the side of the screen here. See that? Rotate her upside down because she's a biatch. All right. Now, again, all I did, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to show you again. I brought Agatha. I double-clicked on my photos. I saved this photo of Agatha. Okay. Save this photo of her. I went into my folder and I double-clicked on, I clicked on the picture of Agatha. And I went to the little designer icon. It looks like butterfly wings. All right. So I brought Agatha into my designer online by going to my media and from this device. Okay. And I double clicked her image and brought it in. So I'm going to add this picture again. So here's the picture of Agatha. There's our background, right? All right. Agatha background. Here's Agatha. I'm going to go to quick select. And then I'm just going to, and I'm not even clicking the mouse. I'm just moving the mouse over the parts that I want. I could just take her head if I want to. Watch. I just highlighted that. And as you highlight over each section, you just left click to highlight it and keep it highlighted. I'm going to copy the object and then I'm going to right click and paste it. And there we have Agatha's head. I can make it huge. Now, mind you, the higher resolution picture you have, when you go big, the better it looks. Okay. So that's how I sticker stuff. It's the same thing as stickering. So I'm going to show you how I do it with this penguin picture. All right. Now, let's see here. All right. So I got all the penguin guys, right? I just brought them in over to this background of stars. I'm going to go to quick select. And then I'm going to highlight him. Piece at a time. Sometimes you got to select multiple pieces. It just happens. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you a really cool thing. This is how I did it. I'm not going to highlight Colin Farrell. I'm only going to highlight and copy Burgess Meredith. And there you go. Now I can put him wherever I want. I can rearrange all of these guys in the photo. So I can, instead of having Burgess Meredith on the left, now I'm going to select Danny DeVito. He's on the far right. I'm going to copy, right click, paste. Let's move this picture out of the way. And now I'm going to put Danny DeVito on the left side. Okay. I'm going to walk you guys through this. Now Burgess Meredith is right beside him. So let's go back to our original picture. I'll move these guys out of the way for now. Go back to this picture again. And I'm going to image select the guy from Gotham. Okay. Copy, right click, paste. There he is. Now I'm going to go here and I'm going to select. Let's see. We're going to image select Colin Farrell. And we're going to pull him out of this picture. So see how you can do it one at a time? It's really easy. All right. So let's just say I got these guys. That's all I want. All right. So I'm going to take that original picture. I'm going to hit delete, get rid of it. And now I'm going to bring these guys over one by one. So let's say Burgess Meredith, and we're going to resize them. We're going to bring them down a little bit, right? Just for our thumbnail. So let's see. And I need to get rid of that picture of Agatha. All right. So let's bring Burgess Meredith here. Let's bring our friend Colin Farrell. Let's bring, what's his name? Can't remember. And then we're going to bring Danny DeVito here. Now, let's just say we want to make Danny DeVito tower above all of them. So I'm going to shrink these guys. Okay. Just like any photo, I'm going to shrink them. Bring them down, put them together. But then you're like, well, you know, Danny DeVito's hidden. All right. So we'll make him bigger. All right. We'll make him bigger. But he's covering Burgess Meredith. Well, that's messed up. So this is what you do. All right. You go up here to your, let's see if I can find it here. Quickly. Replace. Hang on. There's tools. Not resize. Let's see. I'll tell you what, let me bring this over here, make my job easier. All right. So we're going to select the picture of Danny DeVito, and we're going to go to position. Right? We can do it with any one of them, right? But we're going to select Danny, and we're going to go to position, and we can send him backwards, send him to the very back. We can bring him forward. We can bring him all the way to the front. So I bring him to the front. See, all of a sudden now he's covering Colin Farrell. If I send him all the way to the back, he goes behind Colin Farrell. But what about Burgess? Let's bring Burgess forward. And there we go. See? See how that is? So just by using those tools, super easy. Now I'm going to go back to my list of pictures, right? And let's say I want to add, hey, I got to put my logo on here. Well, so we'll just take my logo and double click it on there from my files I brought in. I'm going to bring it down and resize it to where I usually have my logo size, which is right at about 215 here. There we go. So my logo's there. All right. All right. So we got some penguins now. So let's say, you're not satisfied. You want to talk about, something else, right? So we're like, okay, well, we're going to talk about Sergeant Slaughter. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to have Sarge in my video. I double click on the picture of Sarge that I've brought in from my folders, from my files, my saved pictures. When you go to My Media, and then you go to Add from this device, or from Google Drive, or wherever you have it stored. You bring him in, he's going to show up down here somewhere, just like you did, down here. And then I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to quick select, and I'm just going to select Sarge. Just like you're doing a sticker, okay? almost the exact same thing as doing a sticker. Almost. We'll even bring the logo in with him. We don't have to, but I'll bring the G.I. Joe logo with him. Okay. So we don't have the American flag in the background, but we have Sarge. So I'm going to copy that object. I'm going to right click. I'm going to paste Sarge on here. We're going to get rid of that picture right there. And now we've got Sergeant Slaughter with our stars background. So there he is. So we'll keep Sarge right here, and we will put him, let's see, what do we want to do with Sarge? Make him bigger. But also, because, see, he's blocking the penguin character. So we're going to set his position. We're going to send him backwards. Now we click it a couple times, and now he is behind our Gotham show penguin. And as we move him around, you see? But he's still in front of Danny DeVito. But that's okay, because that's just where we need him to be. Okay? So we'll put Sarge right here. You know, we're talking about Sergeant Slaughter. That's great. Okay, so now it's time. Let's say, okay, I'm done with that. We're going to go over here. We're going to select our text. And then it gives you different options. Now, you can import fonts that you want to use. You can do that. All right? So we're going to use one that I like to use, actually. Is either the Good Work one here. Anything with kind of a 3D look, so to speak, is always kind of fun. You have your cursive ones, of course. Now you can change all that. So we're not just bound by, by that. So let's say we like this one here. So I'm going to double click that font. We can move it wherever we want. I'm going to resize it. Let's say bring this down just a little bit here. Okay. So we're going to resize it. We're going to change the color of it to yellow. All right. And also, because I'm not crazy about that font for some reason. And also, I need to change the name of this, right? So it's going to be the Big Show. So we got the Big Show, right? Okay, we've got in yellow, but maybe I want to change the font. So as I go over here, you've got your different font selections. Okay. Big Show. Kind of like that one. That one looks pretty good. How about that one? That one. That one. You can also click through here and find different ones that you like. Fun. How about bangers? That's one that's a great one. Who doesn't like bangers? So anyway, so then I can change the size of it here. Oop, let's leave Sarge there. I can move this over here. I can change the color of it. I can make it green, that color. You can do a custom color by adding a color. You can go in here. You can change all that around. I do like the yellow. It's big and bold. People, recognize that color a lot of times. But it also will give you suggestions about colors that are used in this photograph, like the brown, peach, gray, purple, whatever. So you see all these colors. So you have a whole palette full. So basically, we can make that as big as we want. There's the Big Show right there. We can change the opacity, right? Everything. You can underline it. You can do whatever you want. As long as you just click on that box, and there you go. And that's pretty much it. And then you just go to download. And if you click download, then it's going to download this image in a 1280 720, and it's going to be perfect for your thumbnail size for StreamYard. And if you want to rename it, you can go over here. It says Design 46. You can rename that by clicking rename. You can save it, come back to it later. You can replace the background. You can do whatever you want. But once you download it, then when you go to upload that thumbnail into your StreamYard description, then just go to my downloads and find that thing you just made. That's literally it. Like, that is literally it. Bobby, whoa, what's going on? Good to see you. Anyway, so look, I know that was a long way to do it, but let me see if there's any questions in here. All right. 3-star draw says, when you input your own text from the text box, where's the color palette doing that? All I could get was selections that were variants of a few base colors. All right, so let me show you once again. I will show you. So all right. Let's see. All right, so there's our text, right? See the little color there? There's the color. You click on the color, and it's going to give you, like, the more things you make, the more recently used colors you're going to build up. It also has all these colors from the photograph in here, and then it has suggestions. And then if you click on the plus sign, you can move this around and basically make whatever color you want out of that thing. I can move this along the color wheel. I can get like deep blue and purple. I can make it, you know what I mean? Like however bright or not as bright as you want. I can go to red instead. You can do a color dropper and actually come over here to your design and color drop, like drip drop colors in if you want to. But really the easiest way is just to really copy and paste those images out of a picture. All right, let's see. No, not from the suggested font. Somewhere there's just a standard text box to type stuff in and add it. Never saw a wheel palette. Let's see. So there's the text box. Is like I'm clicked on the text box. And see, I can do that. The color is up here at the top beside the font selection. Do you see that? Now, I don't know that there's necessarily a wheel per se, but if I go up and click on color, it should give you all these options right here for the font. And then as you go through them, it will change the color of the font. If you have it one time highlighted, not double clicked, but one time highlighted, the actual text box. So right now I don't have anything highlighted. If I one time click this text box and I go to colors, off to the left, but I did do this from the website first before opening the page. I went to the web page and added that picture. No, off to the left. I did this from the website. Okay, see, so are you saying that you need to add so where text is here? Yes, you can't, there's no color wheel from here. You have to select a text first. You have to select a style first. And then once you select the style and you type something in, so look, I'll get rid of that text box. And I'm going to do, let's see, this one, flash sale. Once you select what kind of text you want to use, then and only then can you change the color. But those texts, it is a little bit limited in the fact that like those texts options they give you, these over here, those will always look the exact same until you actually change them. But once you go to here, then like I can change this font to whatever I want it to be. Flash sale, whatever. That looks kind of gay. All right, we'll go with this one. I'm gonna move it up here. I'm going to double click in there so I can erase this stuff. Unfiltered. Okay, good. So at the very least, I'm glad you figured out most of it. But my point is you saw how easy it was um, to basically cut things out of pictures. So no matter what picture you share, as long as you can just cut out whatever you want, then that's really the key. And then from there, it's just messing around. But for anybody that wants to make a thumbnail, it's very, I mean, dude, I'm telling you, I can make a thumbnail in about 10 minutes or less and it very quickly. The one I made for tonight let's see. So I'll go to downloads here. The one I made tonight, I made this thumbnail in no time. Like it literally took me no time to make this. And you can see I just cut out those figures. Now I didn't rearrange them, but then I saved a Batman picture and I put that behind everybody and I just lined them all up. Did that font, boom, boom, boom. That's it. You know, it's really, really super easy. And the more you get familiar with it, the easier it becomes. And then, because here's the deal. Like 3-star, you take pictures. Matthew, you take pictures. So you could take that picture that you took and then you can, let's see, because I didn't realize I could open it up. Yeah. So yes, that's what I was trying to say to you earlier. You can open the designer. So your standard base picture viewer that you have when you go to your files and click on your picture, it will bring it up as just your picture viewer. And within that box, you'll see the designer logo. So I'm going to open up a picture here too. So just go to my saved pictures, for instance. Because I just want to show you again. So I'm in my files. I'm going to open up this G.I. Joe. Okay, so I use this one a lot. So I'm gonna double click on this one right here. I'm gonna show you. So I double click on that picture, and then this is what it shows, right? And up here is the designer online logo. So this is just my standard picture viewer, right? That most every computer just defaults to. And I'm just going to double click on it in that designer online, and it's going to open up a new web page in my browser. And it will take me right to that. And then that's where I can resize it, like go over here, resize this to a custom size of 1280. So whenever you double click a picture in your normal file folder, it's going to bring that option up, and it's going to bring it up, and you just look for that little logo, that little designer logo. And when you do that, then it's going to give you this main tool set up here. And so now that I have my background, I'm going to go over here to my media. And let's say that I went into from this device, and let's say I just picked pictures, like for instance, our escape from Cobra Island. This is how I did it. This is how I did it. And so for instance, just to show you, there's the file cards I used the other night. Here's Flint. I'm going to double click him. Well, let me get rid of that one. And there's Flint. Right? And then I'm just going to resize that, put him right there, and then go back to my media, and there's Flint's file card. And then what I did for the file cards, because we have this white area right here, I went to the quick select, and then I just hovered over the area that would highlight the whole file card, and I copied it, and then I just pasted it and then I got rid of the other picture, and now I don't have the white part on there. And now I can just put the file card right beside Flint, and I can resize it however I want. And then I just download it. I could rename it Flint, whatever. And then you just download it. And there you go. And that's it. I just cut out the file card. If I wanted to have, let's say, Snake Eyes shooting down at Flint, I could highlight this picture right here. Go to quick select, and then I can hover over Storm Shadow part by part. Get his bow in there. Arrow. It'd be really hard to get the strings, but I can try. Sometimes that's a difficult task. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's going to be hard. Ooh, there we go. And then his toe. All right. And then the tip of that. All right. So see, I've highlighted that. I can copy it and I can paste it. I can get rid of that file card. And now I can move Storm Shadow wherever I want on this page. Pretty cool. See? Let's just put him right there. Let's put Flint. Let's minimize that file card down to like there. And we could put Storm Shadow over here. And there you go. And that's it. It's literally that simple. And like I said, once you get used to doing it over and over and over again, it really, yes, war chest, you can create an action folder and automate most of this, but guess what? I don't know how to do that shit. And I don't know how to use Photoshop. So that's what so Microsoft Designer will open in a new web page. Now I can go on my Chrome, open a new tab and type in Microsoft Designer. So I go to Designer. Yes, that is a new page. If you go to Create, it gives you all that. That's why I'm saying don't open Designer. Don't open Designer in a new web page. Open the image from your folder first. So whatever image you want to save off your computer, like, you Google Transformers, Optimus Prime, high-res image. And then you go to that, right-click on that image, and either open it in a new tab, open image in new tab, or save that image. And then you'll save it in your saved pictures. Go to your file folder of saved pictures and then open that up, and it will open to your default picture viewer. Then open that. Go to Microsoft Designer from that. Don't go to Designer as its own web page, because yes, it is kind of weird. But what you want to do is you want to find a good background picture. That's what it's all about. So like, if you're thinking, okay, this thumbnail, I want to have stars, or I want to have a mountain, or I want to have a desert island, right? So you think of your background first, and you go, oh, okay, this is my background. Even if it's just black. Like I've typed in sky blue color, solid background. And then I went and I just saved that image and used that. I used it in one of my thumbnails the other day. And so whatever you want to use as your background, do that first. Then go through and save whatever images. And then you can go through that process of cutting and pasting and all that. But it's so much quicker with a mouse in your hand. It's so much faster when you can look at it on a bigger screen than trying to do that shit on your phone. And you end up coming out with better looking thumbnails. So like, let's say you took a picture. Let's say Matthew took a picture, and you took a picture with your good camera. And then you save that picture to, your save pictures, whatever. And then you can pull out of that picture what you want to by doing that highlight option. Right? Like I said, you could just take the head and the hair. You can take both hands. You can take whatever. You can take one hand at a time, and then you can move both the hands wherever the hell you want them to be. See what I'm saying? And so no, I don't think you can make it a GIF though. That's the thing, Dreadnought. I don't think you can make your background a GIF. New Dragon Age game has an option to have chest scars. Yep, scars where females cut their boobs off. Yep, so I find it fucking disgusting. I saw that. I think it's ridiculous. I think if someone wants to be a different gender in a video game, then just pick the other gender. Like what's the point in having the chest scars on your character? Chances are you're going to have clothes on anyway, right? I mean, seriously. Like you are putting an option in for so few people that ultimately, at the end of the day, if they wanted to be a different gender, then you just select the other gender of the character. Why do you need to have the scars? It's because BioWare and EA got a bunch of money from BlackRock and Vanguard. That's why. And that's why they had to put that in there. There's no other reason. It is ridiculous. But yeah, no, I wish I knew how to use Photoshop War Chest. I just haven't. I did purchase an Adobe subscription and I paid $25 a month for probably like a year. I never used it. Never used it. Yes, normalizing mental illness and trying to force that illness on other people as an acceptable thing, that if you don't think it's okay, then you, in fact, are the one with the illness. That's what we're being told every day. But anyway, so that's kind of how 3-star, like I said, go to designer through your picture first. Don't go to it on your browser. And that would be your best bet. That would be the best way that you can edit and design those pictures instead of going to Designer Online. Now, if you do go to Designer Online just as an open web page, like you just decide to type that in, you can get to where you need to be. Like you can, but it's much easier to get there through one of your saved pictures. Definitely. Yeah. And I've gone to it through the browser as well. Like I've gone to it, and I've tried to play around. I'm like, okay, let me hit create. And then it's got like, create, what does it say? I do it right now. Let's see. It says, create, and then it's like avatars, backgrounds, collages, frame images, greeting cards, all this other crap, Instagram stories, blah, 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 blah. That I definitely would not go to it that way. It's much easier to take an existing image and just do it that way. But it really does, man. Once you start making thumbnails from it, and you can import fonts, so you can import your own fonts if you want to do it. Once you start messing around with it, you'll see all the possibilities. Like it really is. It's so easy to cut and paste. It's so easy to change colors and the fonts. It's so easy to reshape stuff and mess it around. And then that's where you can have consistency with your thumbnails. Right? That's where you have consistency with your thumbnails. You can remember the size of the font, and you can put it always in the left side on or like my logo down at the bottom left corner. It took me a while to figure out what size it was, but I figured out it was 215 by whatever. The other part doesn't matter. It's the 215 part as I drag it out. So that's what it's all about. But anyway, so I just wanted to show that because like that's an easy way to make thumbnails. It really is. And anybody that's trying to do it, I definitely recommend it that way. Now, yes, if you know how to use Photoshop and you can automate those things, then 100%. I don't know how. Like I just don't. And that is why I would need to pay someone. Now, one other thing that I am actually about to buy and have it shipped by Monday is this. So I've found making YouTube content for me to remember what I want to say without writing it down is going to be very difficult. And so I'm buying a teleprompter and having it shipped by Monday. This is holds 12-inch tablets, and that way I can set it up by the camera, above the camera. Here's the deal: you put the camera inside the teleprompter, and then it shoots you. See, it shoots you through the camera with the hood, with the cover. And then you're looking at the camera, but you're actually looking at the teleprompter. And that way it doesn't look like you're reading. And that is going to be a way that I can make my reviews and I can read. You can control the speed of it. It's going to be such a difference maker for me, because like I can think of the things in my head that I want to say, but chances are I'll forget them. And you know what? Right now, taped to the side of my camera is 3 sticky notes. So I have the little square sticky notes, and they are taped up on my camera as we speak on the sides of it. A mirrorless camera. I have yellow sticky notes taped to the camera with Scotch tape. And I have my notes for the Agatha All Along review. But guess what? Kind of hard to see in this light. Kind of hard to see in regular light. So that's why I want a teleprompter. So that I can look at the camera and I can read it and know exactly what it is I want to say because I wrote it. So $84. Shipped in 2 days. It's worth a shot because I have had trouble trying to make videos, just regular videos. I can do live streams all day long. Regular videos, that's a different story. And so I want to be able to have something that will help me maintain the focus. I can control the speed. And I think it's going to be, I think it's definitely going to help. I put it off for a long time, but I've been looking them up and I've found one that basically is going to do what I need it to do. So I can't wait to get that in so I can actually start making, some videos, actual, just regular content and not just live videos. So anyway, real quick, I did have one story that I wanted to share with y'all that I thought was very interesting before I hop off here. And it is the post-streaming wars era's arch rivalry, Netflix versus YouTube. I thought this was interesting. YouTube is crushing all of your standard video streaming services. That is where more people get their news, their information. They watch the things they like. They watch shows they like. This shows you right here the share of U.S. TV streaming time. And they have this whole thing listed right here. Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Max, Peacock, Pluto, Tubi, Roku, Paramount, other. So look at this. This is from January of 24 to July of 24. All right. Netflix, 21.9. Went down into the 19%, 20.3. YouTube, 23, 24, 25, 25, 24, 25. Holding steady. 25%. YouTube is the way to go. Did you realize that Hulu is third in TV time, followed by Prime Video. Disney Plus gets more viewers than Max. That's because it's got to be kids. Then you get to Peacock, Pluto, Tubi, Roku channel, or Paramount Plus. They're trying to get sold. Paramount Plus is trying to get sold, and nobody wants them. There is no value in Paramount Plus, none at all. And chances are they're going to be swallowed up for next to nothing. And then other is 14.7. I'd say that's probably digital antennas on TVs and such. But anyway, so really this article is mainly about YouTube and like, you remember Netflix, actually Cobra Kai started on YouTube Red in 2018. Now YouTube probably is not going to do original content in that way. But if you look at the quarterly ad revenues for YouTube, and you can see from quarter 2 of 22 to quarter 2 of 24, they've gone up from $7.3 billion to $8.7 billion. I mean, it's steady growth. Little dip, 23, and then right back up. Little dip. But it's high of $9.2 billion. That's quarterly. That's quarter 4. That's one quarter, $9.2 billion in ad revenues. That is insane amount of money. TikTok was trying to take over, but I don't think it's going to happen. I do think one thing we need to be careful about is the government's hard on about wanting to censor people, censor streaming channels. And what you've seen recently in certain bills that have been passed in California and other places, they're wanting to hold the streaming companies liable for any type of hate speech or whatever, or just content. And of course, the streaming companies hold the content creators liable for, anything like that. But it is now the government trying to regulate the streaming companies, or the social media platforms, especially. Nonetheless, it seems like I think YouTube will be the clear-cut winner when it's all said and done. Not Netflix, not Disney. It will be YouTube. They added the NFL package, much to my chagrin. They added the NFL package, but yeah. So I think ultimately, at the end of the day, YouTube, it will continue to grow. Now, does that mean as the bigger they get, they will continue to somewhat censor? I remember when YouTube was the Wild West, you had prank videos left and right. You had all kinds of crazy stuff. You can still find all kinds of crazy stuff. However, it's you got to, YouTube has to protect itself. It has to make sure that they don't get a bullseye. Right. So that's why they've gotten rid of a lot of that stuff. But I do feel, though, that there still is censorship to a certain extent. But anyway, so speaking of which, you're watching this on YouTube right now, right? So at the end of the day, that's where we're all at every day, right? We're on YouTube, and they know it. And those figures aren't shrinking anytime soon. So, anyway, all right. I got a band competition to go to tomorrow. Well, 3-star, I would love to say that I wish, maybe, YouTube bought StreamYard, maybe not. I don't know that that's viable, since it's really just kind of a gateway to stream, and you can stream live from YouTube without streaming software from your phone or whatever. But it's like OBS, it's a go-to, it's a gateway. But anyway, so real quick, let me see if I can share this with you guys. Come on. See if I can share this with y'all real quick. And show you the very beginning of my video I'm working on. So let's go full screen. Let's go to present, share screen. Boom, share. Let's make sure the volume is correct for that. I don't want to have the same problem I had last time. So last thing, I'll show you guys the intro for my new video. Let's see if this works. Let's back it on up real quick. Can you see? Can you hear that? You guys hear that okay? I'll turn the volume up too. Where is the volume, you son of a bitch? You cannot hear that. Okay. Well, then let's see here. Present. Slides. Share screen. Entire screen. Oh, hang on. I know what I need to do. Sorry. Entire screen. Okay. This should do it right here. All right, be careful. Guess so. This again. Got it. All right. So see if this comes through. This is the beginning of my video for. You hear that? Did that come through? I hope so. Really? This didn't come through? Damn. Gonna piss me off. You're gonna piss me off. Window. Entire screen. Also share audio. Yes. How weird. I'll be damned. I guess there's only one other way I can think of to do it. So we'll go to here. We'll go to here. We're going to go to here. And comma. That's so weird. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I was hoping I'd be able to get it to play, but obviously it's not playing nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I hate technology. It's on Clip Champ and should be rather easy to do. But hey, I'm one of those people that's never tried to do the easy thing. Camera, Google, Clip Champ. Yep, I don't know. Input. Catalog. Yep, I don't know. Yeah, I know, right? See Lonzo back there hiding. Well, that's really a bummer because I don't know the other way to actually be able to try to do it, you know? Like, yeah, I just don't know. Oh well, it's not a big deal. I was gonna show you the intro of it, but anyway, I'll get it. I'll get the video out, and you guys can see the video. Anyway, all right, look. So I'm gonna sign off because I am tired, and I've got to get up tomorrow and do band competition and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for hanging out. Friday night, just going through the shows. I had fun, just kind of cutting up with the chat earlier. I guess Tuesday with Matthew Matson, we'll do a big show. We're gonna go over Penguin. And try to see if he's got time to go see a movie this weekend as well. Not really sure if he will. I hope he will, but we'll see. But anyway, so we'll see you Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then next Thursday on A Punk with Toys, we'll be doing Thursday with a Friend. And so that'll be fun. But anyway, so hopefully if you make some YouTube videos, you need some thumbnails or anything like that, man, just use that designer online. It actually really does work. It actually works. It's really good. And it's very easy, especially if you're a novice like I am. So anyway, but yeah, y'all have a good night, and I will catch up with y'all on Tuesday and maybe play a little Fallout London between now and then. We shall see, my friends. But anyway, so yeah, y'all have a good weekend, and I will catch up with y'all soon. All right. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.